Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is a video where I'm going to be telling you how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so lots of people are gonna get on my ass about this because everyone's completely confused on how I didn't know, and because when I found out I was 10 weeks, something like that, so 2 months. I was 2.5 months pregnant when I found out, which is hard to believe. Oh my god, how didn't you realize you missed your period, or didn't you see the signs and the symptoms? But it's not as easy as that. Especially my school is very push AP down your throat. You take on a lot, and this year was my lax year. My ambition started up here, freshman year, and then just kind of yeah. I only had 3 classes this year. It's not because I didn't want to take classes, obviously. It's my senior year, I had to graduate, so I had to take all my classes, but I had enough credits to just take 3 classes. I was ahead. I didn't need all those extra fucking classes that to fill in 1 through 7. I just had 1, 2, and 3rd. So I mean, it wasn't so stressful, but I mean, it got to the point where I was having too much of a lax year, and I pretty much started failing my AP class. It got bad. They were they called my mom and everything. My mom, me and my mom don't really talk because obviously she lives in Eustis. She lives far. It's 50 minutes from here. We don't talk as much as I would like to talk to her, but I mean, she has her life, I have my life, I have shit going on. And so they were calling my mom oh, your child's gonna fail, this and that, your child doesn't attend school, which I do have a bad attendance record, but we're not gonna talk about that. But I mean, and my mom would blow my phone up oh my god, why aren't the fuck you going to school, this is not acceptable, you're gonna fail, you're not gonna graduate, and I was just what the fuck, I was in my head oh my gosh. And then I totally forgot about my online class. I had a fucking online class that I hadn't finished yet. I was a good ways done, but still I hadn't finished it yet. I still had a ways to go. I didn't even start my 2nd segment. And they're you literally have a month to do this, or we're gonna fail you and you're gonna have to come back. And I'm fuck that. You thought, bitch. And so for the next few months, I was so focused, and this comes from me, all I did was really work and relax. That's what I meant, a lax year. I didn't even care about school. I hardly even went. I just hated school for some reason. But once I got that wake up call, I was shit, I need to get my stuff in gear, I need to go. And so I did. Every single day I'd come home, I'd study nonstop, I'd do my homework, I'd do my online class, I'd be up until 2 o'clock in the morning, doing just so much. I would be so sleep deprived. And so, the last thing on my mind is my period. My period, TMI, my period was, never, super heavy. It was never, it never was, I know some girls have, crazy-ass periods. It's a fucking red waterfall down there. Mine just is not very significant to me. Mine was very regular, but it wasn't significant. So, I mean, I didn't think about it. I just kept saying to myself, yeah, I already had it. No, I already had it. I had it that day. And I'm did I? I don't know. I honestly didn't even. It didn't even faze me. I was just you know what? I don't even know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But I mean, like, the last thing I would have thought to happen was, like, me getting pregnant, because I always use protection. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, that's the first thing people ask. Oh my god, didn't you use protection? Like, bitch, I'm not stupid. I know how to put on a condom. Like, so ignorant people just piss me off. But, like, obviously I was very, like, protective, like, of my body. Like, and honestly, I'm not even that active. So, I mean, it's what it is. And the funny thing is, my boyfriend, his name's Victor, probably never even, he'll be here eventually. He works, like, really crazy hours. But, he was genetically tested last year, and he tested positive for the gene that his dad had, and it makes it really hard for him to have kids. Like, and we just kind of accepted that. We kind of just, like, moved on from the fact that, like, our future, like, building a family would be hard. Like, it would be a challenge. Like, I would have to get injections, or you would have to get something done with his junk. I don't know, like, his parents tried for a long time. They had their first kid, like, late 30s. Like, his mom had to get a lot of injections. Like, it was bad. They got blessed with three kids, but, I mean, it took a while. Like, it definitely was a struggle for them. And so we just accepted it, like, okay, like, you know, kids aren't really important to us right now. We're not going to focus on that. But, when we do want to settle down and stuff, that's something to consider. Like, we're going to have to go to a specialist and talk to them about that. And that was fine. I mean, we're only 18. Like, we're not talking about kids right now. So, like I said, like, my period, like, thinking that I'm pregnant was the last thing, like, on my mind. Like, the last thing. I was just like, no. I don't even think that's possible. That's why his parents call it a miracle baby, but, I mean, maybe they're babies. They just come out of nowhere. Heck. But, sorry, I have to burp. There it is. That's nice. But anyways, yeah, so the day I found out, I sitting in my room. At this point, me and Victor weren't living together. That's a long story. We had an altercation, and I moved out of his house for a few months. We did break up for, like, a little bit, but we got back together, and I was just going to wait out my school year at my family friend's house that was taking care of me, or pretty much letting me live with them. It was a girl, like, I grew up with. She was super cool. So, her dad's like my dad. Like, we've always had that connection. And he came in my room, and he was like threw a box of pads at me. It was like, here, I went to the store, and I was like, I already have a box. And, like, I went over to my dresser, and I opened my drawer, and I, like, pulled out my box, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like checking if they were open. They weren't. It's like, why isn't my box open? Like, I always need, like, pads and tampons and stuff. And so, like, I kind of sat there, and I was like, when's the last time I had my period? I was like, I had it this month. I had it on the 7th. I was like, was it the 7th of this month, or was it last month? And I was like, I should probably, check. And, like, I kind of did, like, I went back and, like, I think it was, like, I was having a conversation with a friend about it, or, like, I don't know, I just remember, like, I took a picture on a certain day where I knew I had my period, and I kind of backtracked it, and I was like, oh my fucking god. My last period was December 7th. Bitch, it is February. What the heck? And I was like, we're in trouble. Like, oh shit. Like, this is not, no, this is, I'm either dying, like, and bleeding out internally, like, something's completely, like, fucked up in me, or, like, I'm completely knocked up. Like, it's done deal. And so, obviously, I tested myself, and it was, BAM! Positive. It's like, well, fuck my life. And it was funny because I was supposed to go with a friend to a coffee shop to take the test because I was too scared to take it by myself. So I called up my friend Melanie and I was like, Mel, I need you. She's like, I'm still in school. I was like, shit, I forgot you have 7 periods. And so I ended up doing it by myself. But yeah, it was positive, like really fast. And I was like, whoa. And obviously I told Victor, and like, he wasn't like mad, but he was like, how did this happen? Like, he's like, this isn't possible. You need to test again. Like, this isn't real. I'm like, why would you think I'm pranking, like, fucking with you? Like, I threw the test at him, like, bitch, look at the evidence. Like, I don't know what to say either. And so we both kind of just sat there like, shit, what do we do now? And, you know, we talked about all of our options and all of that, but I'm too much of a pussy to fucking even think about abortion or adoption. Like, I wanted kids eventually, but, like, obviously, like, I wanted to do a lot more before kids, but, I mean, in my head, I was like, you need to, like, be responsible and own up to this, because if you take the easy way out, like, you're never gonna forgive yourself. So, I mean, I pecked myself up, I pepped Victor, and I was like, yeah, we're in this for the long haul. Our lives are about to be changed. And yeah, so now we're here, and I'm halfway done. I mean, what can you do? But I mean, we're super happy. We're not like, it's not like, the first adjustment period was like, it was weird, like, I don't know, it was just awkward, like, we didn't know what to do, like, the whole setting up, like, OBGYNs and appointments and people looking at my JJ, like, it was weird. But now, like, I'm completely, like, I got my baby moon. I'll have another video where I have my update, my bump date, on my 20-week update, and like a picture and stuff. You can't really see right now. I mean, like, I'm completely comfortable with it at this point. Like, people ask me all the time, like, oh, can you feel them kick, or, oh, you know, how far along is he? I'm just like, you know what? I'd be happy to answer your questions, because this is my reality. And it was nice that no one we never really got, like, hate. We never got, like, oh my god, what a stereotypical 18, well, it's really 16 and pregnant, but I mean, like, oh my god, like, who would have guessed? Like, we never got any of that. It was all like, congratulations, oh my gosh, like, you're gonna be great parents, this and that, like, it's gonna be fine, you can do this. And it was nice. It was nice not to get, like, shamed. I was afraid I was gonna have to wear, like, an A on my wardrobe for the rest of my life. That'd be weird. But yeah, that's my story and how I found out I was preggers with Noah. That's his name, if you guys don't know. His name is going to be Noah Joseph Ethan Azule. Because Azule is my boyfriend's last name. And yeah, I think you should have his name. And it's a boy. Just call him. He's got a pee-pee. Like his daddy. Technically, I have a pee-pee. The more you know. Hope you enjoyed!